Hello friends, my name is Bradley J. and I am a professional musical theater nerd. I am an actor, educator, and writer, and having spent nearly 10 years as a high school music teacher and now nearly 10 years as a college professor, I have been very close to the college audition process for quite some time. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips on starting that process. As always, if you would like more professional musical theater nerdery in your life, go ahead and kickball change over to my channel and subscribe. As someone who has both coached college audition pieces and someone who has received thousands of auditions, here are some best practices. Number 1, think about organization. I don't think anyone would disagree that you are about to embark on a process that needs a lot of organization. U.S. News and World Report cites a steady increase in the number of schools that students will be applying for. Students might submit anywhere between 4 and 15 applications, and the College Board in fact recommends between 4 and 8 schools. Now, applying for those schools might be one thing, but then also auditioning for those programs presents another layer of organization that is needed. Because this program wants two contrasting from various time periods. This one wants a song time, this one asks for a dance track, but you also have this wild card to submit. It's a lot to keep track of, and so even though many musical theater programs are beginning to move towards more of a common app-based approach, it's still up to you to sort out how you're going to prepare for these. I would recommend getting a spreadsheet started immediately, and as soon as you start seeing some of these multiple audition pieces that where you could double dip, that's going to be the place to start your audition prep. The second piece of advice I would give is to pick the sure bet when you are thinking about your audition material. Now, I understand people will be gravitating towards the pieces that are going to show them off. There might be something with a really high note, there might be something with a really impressive riff. However, think about your consistency with that piece, or think about how much you have lived with that piece. If it is relatively new and you are really only nailing it about 80% of the time, that's not bad odds, but 20% is a lot to play with when you're talking about something as important as your college audition process. So I would encourage you to pick something that you know you can sing well. Pick something where when adrenaline pumps in, you're not going to worry about that 20%. My third piece of advice has to deal with belting. To belt or not to belt. Now, often when I'm recruiting for my school, we're at these large festivals and conferences where the students might be able to sing a song and a monologue. And so, however, our program asks for 2 songs. So if they get a callback for us, they're invariably going to be asking, what else would you like to see for that second piece? Yes, we want it to be contrasting, but I always tell them, and in these words, sing something lovely and lyrical, something that you love to sing and that shows off the full resonance of your voice. This has become a mantra for me when I am at these huge auditions, because a lot of people will sing something that is really impressive, and kind of that's where our genre is right now in musical theater. We're singing pop, we are singing belt, we are singing pop belt. And what we want to also show is that we're not just a one-trick pony. We want to show the facets of our voice. We want to show that we can display many colors within our voice. Solid, healthy belting can be an impressive thing at an audition. And also, what else you got? My fourth piece of advice is to flip the script. Now, if you have an opportunity to sit down with these faculty, or perhaps you have visited the school, perhaps you got a callback at a large audition process, they're going to have some questions for you, but it's really important that you walk in there with questions for them. Of course, you might be interested about things like class size, or you might be interested in scholarship opportunities, but also don't be afraid to ask those faculty, what do you love about your program? Why should I come to your program? What do your graduates have that set you apart? This is a mutual matching process, and don't forget it. My fifth piece of advice: too wild or too wild? Some schools now have a wild card component to the audition. It's not usually a requirement, but it is becoming more and more common. So think about the wild card as being a chance to show off the many facets of you. This is a chance to show off some things that they didn't explicitly ask for. So if you have a gymnastics video or an Irish dance competition, or perhaps you got some charcoal drawings, maybe you're even a costume designer, show us all of the multi-hyphenates. Show us everything that makes you you. Programs want well-rounded humans, and this is the opportunity to show them every bit of your wild, wonderful, weird self. Regardless of how the audition process goes for you, remember, this is a mutual matching process. They are looking for you, but also you are looking for the right school to fit you. For all things professional musical theater nerd, kickball change over to my channel and subscribe. And as always, make it a great day.